Hey, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, as soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring, said to be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. This your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that went.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports.
In this game, we'll see the Las Vegas Aces against the Minnesota Lynx.
This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Ryan Banafitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
And the trademark of both of these teams, strong defense. Gotta love it. What will that mean for tonight's contest?
Well, the coaches will have a big role. In a strength-on-strength matchup, game planning takes on added importance.
One more thing about these teams, Brian, there is no shortage of effort.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here's Shorty.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief to get those first points out of the way and up on the board.
Yeah, let's play some basketball.
Pass to McBride. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, this is the confidence that McBride has in herself. She understands how to carve through defenses with her ball handling.
Wilson sets a screen.
Here's Shorty. Another three for Las Vegas.
That's just a defensive breakdown. I mean, she is not the player you want to leave open from the perimeter.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA, we're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
Now here's Shorty.
She has 6. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Las Vegas.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Collier.
Screen by Smith.
From the arc. And Nafisa Collier with the 3.
A great shooter from deep. Collier responding with her own trifecta.
Outside Plum. Pass to Shorty.
From past the arc. Shepard pulls it in.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
McBride misses. The Aces leading. Outside Plum.
Shoots the 3.
She can't get that one.
And now the Lynx fast break.
Rosie Pupa.
Kelsey Plum with the block.
Fantastic awareness by Plum, positioning herself well to come up with the block.
for three. And another miss by Las Vegas. And here are the Lynx now.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Nafisa Collier for three. And it's rebounded by Jackie Young. Here's Las Vegas. To the wing on the left. And here's Shorty. 9 points in the game.
I don't know what she was thinking about on that shot, but that's just not smart basketball.
Not at all. She shouldn't have even considered taking that shot.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And stolen by Nafisa Collier. On the wing, Kayla McBride. And she's good on the three ball.
With a smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
One thing about Nafisa Collier, she's great at many things. She's not a specialist. She's well-rounded.
Well, how about this? I mean, she's been top 10 in the league in scoring, rebounding, steals, blocks. I mean, that's 4 of the 5 major food groups. She gives you everything at a high level.
Pass to Collier. Here's Shepard. No good with the triple. The Aces trailing. Outside Plum. Shorty. The three is up. Makes the bucket. She's now got... Five field goals, 5 for 8 on the game.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there, a big gap in the D.
Now here's McBride. She has 5. And that one's good. Collier.
A do-it-all player. I mean, inside, outside. Collier can score from anywhere on the floor.
Over to the left wing. There's a screen. Here's Shorty. And the Aces, another 3.
Get your popcorn ready. Her performance from long range has been something to behold, something to admire.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that's been her shot today.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Shorty. That is her first foul of the game. Here's Smith. What a play! She drains it at the buzzer.
What a 3 at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note.
I'll say that.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter in a tie. Stay with Aces making a change here. On the wing, Courtney Williams. Pass to Juhas. Rebound by the Aces.
And what's great about the Aces is that they predominantly use the draft to build their title teams.
And they got a little lucky. I mean, they won 3 straight lotteries in 2017, 18, and 19. That yields them Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, the core of their championship squads.
Down low. Yes. And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's McBride. He has 5. The three-pointer off the mark.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Such a sharpshooter. That's almost a layup for her. So wide open.
Pass to Williams.
Juha sets the screen.
High post shot.
Gustafson with the rebound.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
And here's Plum. She's guarded by Williams.
Screen by Gustafson. Shorty.
No good on the triple. The Lynx trailing. Here's Zandalasini. Off target from outside.
Shorty with it.
Williams there. Here's Shorty. Courtney Williams with the defensive effort. And a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Zandalasini. She's guarded by Plum. Pass to Carlton. Here's McBride.
Juha sets the screen.
McBride misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
They get it again. Gustafson.
That's basket number 2 with her 3rd shot. Off to a fast 2 for 3.
Such a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what she brings to the table.
Here's Zandalasini. She's guarded by Plum. Pass to Williams. Zandalasini. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Kayla McBride. It's hauled in by the Aces.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
Plum. That's good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the three-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these threes.
Back to Williams. Trying to get back on track. That one falls. Her 2nd basket of the game. She is now 2 for 3.
After going scoreless in the first, she's really found a way to turn it on here in the 2nd quarter.
Right wing.
Screen by Gustafson.
Here's Shorty. And she can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. And here are the Lynx now. They trail by 3. And Zandalasini gets it to go.
She draws so much attention. Williams can find others for easy buckets. Good dish.
Now here's Shorty. She's guarded by Williams. Pass to Shorty. Let's go with a 3. And Carlton pulls it down.
As well as she shot in the last quarter, it's been another story in this quarter. She just can't get anything to fall for her.
Scooped up. And a kick out to McBride. Another 3 for Minnesota. Here's the 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Clayton's ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break, and we'll see if one can pull away in the 3rd. Man, you gotta like what Shorty has been able to do in this game.
Well, the threes have been falling for her at an incredible rate. That first half, absolutely ridiculous.
And here in the 2nd, she's got to just keep taking them and keep making them. There is no reason for her to stop.
Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. McBride misses.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
Here's Shorty. Sinks the three-pointer.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's McBride. And she banks in the layup.
Catalyst of the team, McBride is depended on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
Pass to Shorty. And we're about 1.5 minutes here into the second half.
Look, I'm not sure who was supposed to pick her up, but someone's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving her that wide open.
Now here's Collier. Here's Shepard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Here's Shorty. And the ace is another 3.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Here's McBride. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? And that's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
Here's Shorty. Goes back up. And Wilson finishes it off.
Well, a focal point of Wilson's game is crashing the glass, and she really just refuses to quit on any play.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Collier, she's guarded by Wilson.
When it comes to defensive prowess, there's not too many players that can impact a game like Napheesa Collier.
It gets overlooked.
The Lynx leading. Pass to McBride.
Juha sets the screen.
Offline with a 3.
The defense better watch out because she can make those 3 balls as we saw in the first half.
Up top, Young. Hayes. Chelsea Gray, the open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Tiffany Hayes.
This game is shaping up to be a special one.
Yeah, it does have that feel of a classic. Now, let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure because it's not easy.
Back to Williams. The 3.
Gustafson with the rebound.
Hayes with it. Now guarded by McBride. Here's Shorty. Buries it from three-point range.
Pays great attention to detail. Gray is alert and constantly looking for open teammates.
Pass to McBride.
Now Juhas.
Now Zundelasini. Courtney Williams for three. It's good from long range.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
The Aces trailing. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Shorty with it. There's the three. Another three for Las Vegas.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play.
Man, I hope this game keeps on going forever.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. Here's Ipupa. Nafisa Collier on the wing. Another shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two.
A skilled big with a creative touch. Defenders sure have their hands full with Sheppard.
And so she hits both.
Well, there's no question that the Las Vegas Aces have established themselves as the gold standard of the W.
Well, it's about more than those two titles. They opened up a 64,000 square foot practice facility back in 2023. The first WNBA team to have their own dedicated practice facility. That's showing a major investment in the team and the league.
Here's Collier. She clangs that one off the back iron and it falls.
Love Collier's discipline on offense. Looks for a shot she likes and dedicates to it.
Outside Young. Shorty. For those joining us, fourth quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Misses the wing jumper.
Pass to Ipupa.
Collier. Kick out to McBride. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier picking up the assist.
The vocal and emotional leader of the team. McBride's squad is in good hands when she has the basketball.
And there's a whistle, and that goes on Shorty. That'll be her second foul of the game. And they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer.
To the paint. Here's Collier. And the layup is good.
Yes, stepping up when it matters the most. Collier demanding the ball late in games. What a quality to have.
Pass to Young. Shorty. Wilson the screen. Here's Shorty. From the top of the key, she buries it. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Collier. Defense right on her. Screen by Smith. Collier can't get it to go. And here's Shorty. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And so she hits the technical free throw.
A lot of players say they want to be in those situations, but she truly does. What a clutch performer.
Now here's Shorty. Just 5 to shoot. Laces one from 3.
They've been relying on her three-point shot all game, and she has not let them down.
Well, her shooting has put him in a position to win this game now, and with the clock winding down and the score where it is, her light isn't red or yellow. It's going to be green and stay green.
And it's the Aces with the ball. Pass to Wilson. Shorty with it. Lets the 3 fly. And the Aces, another 3.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous, really, for them from three-point range.
Yeah, a ton of their points coming from long range here. What a barrage.
And what a time to hit the threes.
play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
Those types of mistakes are magnified when it's a tight game like this.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Shorty. On the clock, three-pointer, trifecta!
An example right there, guys, of how they never started coasting, even as their lead kept growing.
Well, Tim, they're just a determined group. There's no neutral gear, no matter what the lead is. It's only full speed ahead, and that's the type of basketball I love to watch.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Time is the big factor here. You need to get the points fast and then foul.
Yeah, Tim, and it has to be a quick foul. Every second is critical at this stage.
Yeah, they cannot waste any time if they want to come back.
And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Rebound by the Aces. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so they foul intentionally.
Equal foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And she ends up making the second. And that increases their lead to 6. Minnesota calls a timeout.
They still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, it could, but they're going to need some help any way you cut it, Tim. They'll be hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
But hey, we've seen some crazy things happen.
And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well. No choice but to foul there, but she's probably the last player they want to send to the line.
Yeah, but they didn't have the time to be selective. Stopping the clock was a priority there.
And that's a good point. They could not waste any more time.
So the Aces win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances as the visiting team.
But that didn't seem to bother them one bit. Road team, host team. All I know is at the end of the day, they were the better team.
And that'll wrap it up